The relationships between the characters in this story become increasingly tense. Their personal motives and agendas are increasingly exposed. Deep internal conflicts are leading to difficult decisions and negative reactions, pushing the characters into situations with no way out. In this context, betrayal and intrigue are reaching a peak, making everything unpredictable and full of consequences. Leslie, who was once considered the calm and controlled member of the family, now begins to show a more aggressive attitude than ever. She no longer accepts being pushed out of the game. The process of upgrading is not just about career, but also about the fight for power. Her decisions are now not only related to work, but also about fighting the ghosts of the past. As Vanessa loses control and becomes more and more destructive, things become more and more chaotic. Vanessa, once a strong woman, is now forced to confront her own fears. She is no longer just a lover, but a power addict, willing to do anything to maintain her position. Vanessa is looking for control in a relationship with Joey, but in reality she does not love him. She only loves the feeling of power he brings. Their relationship is not simple, but has a layer of intrigue and trickery. Does Vanessa know that Joey is the one behind Doug's death? Is she using this truth as a tool to force Joey to do what she wants? Or is Vanessa also facing her own deception when she cannot realize that she is putting herself in danger? Darnell, the son who always believes in the righteousness of his family, may accidentally discover this dangerous relationship between his mother and Joey. As the truth is revealed, will Darnell stay silent to protect his family, or will he stand up and fight back? Either way, the storm of betrayal and division is growing stronger. Meanwhile, Tomas is also in a difficult situation. A passionate night with Kat has left him unable to control his emotions. However, is it a random accident or the result of a carefully calculated plan on Kat's part? She is taking advantage of the situation to manipulate Tomas, not out of love, but simply to control him. Kat's decisions are not random. She knows that Tomas is a person who is easily manipulated when his emotions are deceived. But can she maintain control when Tomas' true feelings are increasingly strong? Kat's relationship with Tomas is just a part of a larger conspiracy, where Haley is trying to achieve her goals. She has gone from being a seemingly innocent person to a real threat. Haley's motives are no longer simply insurance money or revenge, but a fight for power and control. Can she keep herself together when she is so deeply involved in these conspiracies? And if Bill survives, will he discover Haley's plan and use it to strike back, making things even more dangerous? Haley's decisions now affect not only her, but also the lives of everyone around her. In a scene filled with tension and conflict, Tyrell is facing a tormenting situation. His relationship with his biological mother, June, is an internal battle that he doesn't know how to handle. Tyrell doesn't want to be close to his mother, not because he hates her, but because the past has left him with deep wounds. June abandoned him and his sisters when they were young. That feeling of abandonment is not easily forgotten. However, Martin and Smitty have a change of heart and allow June into the children's lives, but only Samantha regularly visits her mother. Tyrell does not forgive easily, and these confrontations are not just anger, but also internal conflicts that are difficult to resolve. In all these stories, each character is faced with life or death decisions. Their actions not only affect them, but also have profound consequences for those around them. Betrayals, bad decisions, and intrigues are constantly occurring, creating an atmosphere of tension and tragedy. Everyone involved is pushed against the wall, and their choices will determine their own fate and the fate of others. Smitty and Martin's overwhelming joy as they renew their marriage vows is short-lived. The happiness they have worked so hard to build over the years seems to be threatened by ghosts of the past and unexposed conspiracies. They are reunited, but this peace is only temporary. The only worry they face is Joey. The promise Joey made has always been a big question mark in their lives. They fear that one day, Joey will return to fulfill that promise, and his appearance could destroy everything they have worked so hard to maintain. Joey is not just an outsider, but also a person with tangled relationships, dangerous secrets. The promise he once made was not a simple emotional commitment. It was a promise full of hidden meanings, related to his career, power, and the dark decisions he made in the past. Will Joey really keep his promise, or will he use this opportunity to continue to manipulate those around him, putting everything in danger? Meanwhile, Vanessa is facing a big challenge. Her relationship with her son Darnell is becoming increasingly strained. It seems that Vanessa always wanted Darnell to follow the plan she had outlined, which included returning to college and graduating with his sister. However, with Doug's death, Darnell feels that his responsibility is not only to study but also to take care of the family. He feels that he needs to stand up to protect the remaining people, especially his mother, although Vanessa herself has other thoughts. She does not want her son to be too entangled with the family. She wants Darnell to follow his own path, with the less interference from him, the better. Vanessa is in a battle between keeping Darnell in the family and his desire for freedom to cause chaos. Joey, despite having killed Doug, is kind to Darnell and offers him a job. This leaves Darnell confused. He knows Joey is not innocent, but the kindness he shows leaves Darnell conflicted. How can he face the truth about his father's death while still accepting help from the person who caused it? This leaves Darnell in a dark corner where every choice is painful. He must make a difficult decision: continue to accept Joey's help or find a way to confront and avenge his father's death. While Vanessa struggles internally, Chelsea is also facing equally complicated issues. Danny's marital status is an issue she feels she needs to address, even though Danny does not want to discuss it. The confrontation between Chelsea and Danny escalates. Danny tries to avoid everything, while Chelsea feels the need to clarify everything, from the smallest things to the biggest secrets. This confrontation is not only about the marriage, but also about Chelsea feeling that Danny does not truly appreciate the things she has done for the family. The clothes Danny throws away, her irresponsible actions, all make Chelsea feel like she is carrying too much burden. But in all that tension, another danger is still simmering. Allison, the crazy stalker, is still following everyone's movements. She is a constant threat, and with the secrets she knows, Allison can cause a big storm in this family at any time. Chelsea knows that the problem is not just about resolving family discord. She must find a way to protect herself and everyone from the dangers lurking from those around her. Each character is pushed into a position of no return. Internal conflicts intensify, and their decisions affect not only themselves but also cause unforeseen chain reactions. Joey, Vanessa, Darnell, Chelsea, they are all facing difficult choices, dangerous conspiracies, and broken relationships. They cannot go back, cannot change the decisions they have made. Marriage vows, family relationships, all are tested, and only time will tell whether they will stand or crumble under the weight of secrets and betrayals. The complex relationships between the characters in this story continue to develop, putting them in tense situations where intrigue, betrayal, and difficult decisions dominate the minds of each person. Personal motivations, exploitation, and constant battles between factions are creating fierce conflicts that no one can avoid. Danny, who has always been ambitious to reach perfection in her career, now faces an equally complex internal battle. She really wants to collaborate with the perfume line, but to achieve that, she not only needs Ridge's support, but also has to convince Andre to become a model. But Andre, who has long wanted to stay away from the spotlight, does not want to be in front of the camera. He only wants to be behind the camera, which seems to be a big obstacle for Danny. However, Danny does not give up easily. She will increase the pressure on Andre, forcing him to give in and join the plan she has built. The tension between the two is growing as each side has its own reasons for acting, and neither is willing to back down. Ridge, despite appearing to be the one with power in the situation, will probably have to give in eventually. He knows that Danny wants this very much, and if he doesn't compromise, the partnership will be broken. This leaves him with a difficult choice: Can he accept both, knowing that this decision may make things more complicated? Meanwhile, Jacob is surprised to see his brother, Isaiah. Isaiah has returned with a clear purpose, and although he hasn't said it, everyone suspects that Isaiah's return is not just to protect Jacob. He may have known about Eva, and the relationship between Jacob and Eva is not new. But can Isaiah face the truth that he never knew about this girl? It may not be easy for Jacob to share about Eva with his brother, especially when Eva is the one who may hold a secret that can bring the Dupree family down. This truth may put Jacob in a difficult position when he does not know whether to protect Eva or side with his family. Joey, with his endless schemes, continues to put pressure on everyone around him. He brings a proposal, but not to some lover, but to Vernon, a longtime friend, and the same person who plotted to kill a man before. It seems that Joey's every action has a deep purpose, and he is willing to use any tool to achieve what he wants. However, these decisions are not simple. They are a continuation of the secrets that Joey has kept hidden, and the relationships between him and other characters are increasingly complicated. Haley, who has been pushing and executing her plan to kill Bill, is now facing her own impatience. She is eager to get results, but will her hasty actions lead to mistakes? Randy, who warned that it would take time, may be the only one who remains rational in this situation. However, Haley may not listen, and this may lead to the failure of the plan. If she acts too hastily, the consequences may be arrest and her plan will be ruined. Naomi's relationship with Jacob also becomes tense when Naomi does not want her husband to interfere with her work. Although Jacob is not a stranger to Naomi, letting him casually open her laptop and look at her blood test results is an unacceptable action. As a lawyer, Naomi knows the risks that this can bring, especially when Jacob is a police officer. These risks not only affect Naomi's personal life, but also her career and reputation. Will Jacob be able to accept this truth, or will there be a serious conflict between them? Vanessa, meanwhile, is gradually sinking into illegal activities and haunted by unresolved feelings of guilt. Not only is she drawn into dangerous games with Joey, but she also has to deal with the negative reactions of trying to control everything around her. Pain, loss, and abandonment have led Vanessa down a path she cannot escape. Will she continue to sink deeper into her mistakes, or will she have a moment of enlightenment? Danny, Jacob, Joey, and Vanessa are all walking on paths filled with intrigue and irreversible decisions. Each of them has their own secrets and motivations, and their actions will not only affect them, but could also bring down the Dupree family. Internal struggles, intrigue, and complex relationships are increasingly intense, and only time will tell if these characters can overcome the challenges they have created for themselves. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. All the content I make is just speculation and personal sharing. If you find the video interesting and useful, please support me with a like and leave a comment. If you have better ideas or more interesting speculations, please share them in the comments section for everyone to discuss. I appreciate all your contributions and support. Sincerely, thank you.